Hi, it's Walter Burns from Keller Williams City Life Realty and livingonthehudson.com for this week's Living on the Hudson weekly recap. So, in the past week, there have been in the Hudson County MLS 108 properties that have gone under contract, meaning they have offers that have been accepted on them. And they had an average list price of $707,000 and a median list price of $659,000. They were on the market for an average of 38 days and median days in the market 28 days. So the average days on market has ticked up a little bit over the past week. The past few weeks. A few weeks ago, it was around 30 days on the market. So days in the market has increased a little bit as we are in the summer months. Looking through the list of what has gone under contract, in Edgewater, there was a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath at 3 Somerset Lane, which is the Glass House condominiums. This is building's about 5 or 6 years old, new construction building in Edgewater, on the Edgewater and North Bergen border. And it listed for $2,195,000. It was on the market for 23 days, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 1964 square foot unit with New York City views. So just bringing up the photos here, you can see it has these windows that overlook Manhattan. You're looking over towards Midtown Manhattan, Central Park, and up towards northern Manhattan towards the GW Bridge. This building was developed on the former Unilever site. It's right next to another condominium building called the Pearl, which is actually right over here. So you have the Pearl in this community. You have a few condo buildings, Glass House and the Pearl, as well as some exclusive rental buildings and some retail space. So you have TJ Maxx is over there and some other stores as well. So moving through the list, you have another unit here in Hoboken. I noticed, where is it? 1450 Washington Street, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 783 square foot unit, listed for $750,000. It's on the market 12 days. And this unit is under contract at 1450 Washington. There's no interior photos, but I did show this property to someone. It was a 1 bed, 1 bath. It had a small terrace, and it was on the courtyard of the building. So it did not have any views of New York, nor did it come with parking. And this property is now under contract at 1450 Washington. 1450 Washington is a Toll Brothers property built around 12 years ago. Full service building, concierge, has an on-site fitness center, common area rooftop deck with barbecue and outdoor seating. And you also have access to the pool and the amenities next door at 1400 Hudson, which is part of the same condominium association. So that property under contract at 1450 Washington. In downtown Jersey City, several properties went under contract. You had a 2-bedroom, 2 bath at Mandalay on the Hudson, which is located at 22nd Street, almost near the end of 2nd Street, right behind Crystal Point condos. So Mandalay on the Hudson, this was built in the early 2000s, originally as an exclusive rental building, and then converted into condominium around 2004, 2005, developed originally by Roseland Properties. This was a 1,170 square foot unit listed for $1,050,000 on the market for 12 days. And this property was on the north side. It had New York City views, corner unit, as well as a terrace. So it was in the northwest corner of the building back here, overlooking Avalon Cove, and it also looked up the Hudson River towards Midtown Manhattan. So this property under contract, don't know what it's selling for yet, but once it closes, I'll be happy to report back on the sale. And it was on the market just under 2 weeks. Also in downtown Jersey City, 1 bedroom at Dixon Mills, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 658 square foot unit on the market 36 days, listed for $460,000. 658 square feet, Dixon Mills, the former Dixon Pencil Factory, takes up basically several city blocks located off of Christopher Columbus Drive in the western part of downtown Jersey City near Wayne Street. And this is a former pencil factory. There's over 400 units in the community, and basically no 2 units are quite alike. You have some of them have interior views on a courtyard. Some of them have exterior views. The top floor units tend to have outdoor space. The complex has a large scale level of amenities. level of amenities, excuse me. There's an indoor basketball court. There's a fitness center. One of the main buildings has a concierge, which could receive packages. There's also parking available in the community, indoor spots as well as outdoor parking. Some units come with parking, some of them are rented. There's also these common courtyards and barbecue areas. So it's a popular community in downtown Jersey City. And that's at Dixon Mills, listed for $460,000. And when it closes in a few months, I'll be happy to report back on what it ended up selling for. In North Bergen, I thought I saw one unit here. Nope. Gregory Commons in Weehawken. This is a unit at 518-536 Gregory Commons in Weehawken, another former factory that was converted into condominiums. This one was converted into condos in the 1987-88 timeframe. 2-bedroom, 2-bath duplex, loft duplex, listed for $589,999. On the market 228 days, 1,200 square feet. So this property on the market for quite some time at Gregory Commons up in Weehawken. Gregory Commons sits on the Weehawken Bluff, the cliff overlooking Hoboken and the Lincoln Tunnel. And you can see the photo here has a Christmas tree in it. So this property came on the market around Christmas time last year, and it had New York City views. This is a former factory. It's 3 separate buildings occupy Gregory Commons. Some of them are 1 level, some of them are 2-level units. Some units I've seen as high as 18-foot ceilings in some, and some have standard height ceilings. Looks like this unit has been updated. Now, many of the 2 bedrooms here are really 1 bedroom with lofts, meaning that the second room is an open space that overlooks the living room. Some people have enclosed it. Some people have put glass up here or glass block to make it more private, or left it open to make a loft area. As you can see here, it looks like they have it as a home office or guest room. I've seen it converted in several different ways in the community. There's a concierge in this complex, as well as a large fitness center and an indoor pool. There's also some units have on-site parking, and then some have parking across the street in a dedicated parking garage that Gregory Commons owns, which is taken basically from this vantage point. So that's at Gregory Commons in Weehawken. You have here, for what has sold recently, you have several properties closed. You had Hoboken, 1125 Maxwell Lane over at Maxwell Place, 2-bedroom, 2.5-bath, 1,370 square foot unit, listed for $1,475,000, and it sold for $1,412,000. 5 days in the market. It closed last week over at 1125 Maxwell Place. This is phase 2 of Maxwell, built around 2008 by Toll Brothers. And this is a 2-bedroom, 2.5-bath unit. Let's take a look at some photos. And it looks like this unit faced north towards the shipyard. The shipyard community is right over here near Starbucks. And this was a north-facing 2-bedroom with a terrace here off the living room. Let me cycle through some photos. So yeah, here's the terrace. And this property did sell under asking over at Maxwell Place. Listed for $1,475,000 and sold for $1,412,000. In Hoboken, you had 800 Jackson Street, Unit 301, which is the Metro Stop building located next to the 9th Street Light Rail Stop in Hoboken. This was developed by Metro Homes around 2008-2009 timeframe. This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,330 square foot unit with, I have to see if it has parking. It might have rental parking. Listed for $999. It sold for full price for $999. 13 days in the market. Looks like it was a cash purchase. And in the last few weeks, I'm starting to see a lot more cash in the market. I've been involved with several sales where at least half the buyers presenting offers made cash bids. So I'm starting to see a lot more cash in the market than I did a few months ago. And you can see here, this 2-bedroom, it looks like it had some New York City views. It was on a lower floor, a little bit of Empire State Building over at Metro Stop, and it sold for just under $1 million. It also had a terrace. Just so you're aware, when a property sells over $1 million in New Jersey, the buyer has to pay a mansion tax, which is equal to 1% of the sales price, paid to the state of New Jersey at closing. So any property that sells over $1 million, there's a 1% fee associated with that that's paid to the state. They call it a mansion tax. So something selling for $999, the buyer does not have to pay a mansion tax. But sometimes properties do crest over the $1 million price point, and buyers, unfortunately, have to build that into their closing costs. In downtown Jersey City, you had a 3-bedroom, 2-bath unit over at Waldo Lofts, 1,305 square feet, listed for $1,100,000, sold over asking for $1,115,000, 6 days on the market. And Waldo Lofts was built by Caulfield Homes, the local developer, built around 2004, 5, 6 timeframe. And this is located at 159 2nd Street, not far from Grove Street Path in downtown Jersey City. It's located right behind the current ShopRite location over not far from Newport Center Mall. So here you have this unit, 3 bedrooms, which are in very high demand right now in downtown Jersey City. Also had a terrace, and that closed over at the Waldo Lofts in downtown Jersey City. In North Bergen, you had a unit at the Salaya, which is one of the few new construction buildings in the area. Right now, there's only a handful of new construction condos. The main ones are Salaya in North Bergen, 99 Hudson in Jersey City, as well as 151 Bay in Jersey City. And here you have 8701 Churchill Road, unit 1201, listed for $1,925,000, and it sold $75,000 under asking for $1,850,000 on the market for 93 days. It was a cash purchase. This was a large unit, 1,903 square feet. 3 bedrooms with parking. And I do have several customers that live in this building. It is a very nice building. Right now, it has a part-time concierge. I think they're going to have a virtual concierge to keep the cost down. Has New York City views overlooking the Hudson River. Very high level of amenities, almost like spa-like level of amenities with like indoor grotto area, nice, beautiful fitness center, locker rooms, steam room, shower area, residence club. They did a really nice job with the amenities in this building. And this is a 3-bedroom that overlooks New York. And it has closed at the Salaya in North Bergen. I'll link down below a link to the building pages from my website where we profile these buildings so you can check out other units. But this one sold under asking for $1,850,000. As far as articles go this week, not too much news locally. I did see this article on how to define a buyer's market from CNBC. Us realtors, we use always terms buyer's market or seller's market. Lately, we've been in a seller's market, generally speaking, in the Hudson County area. But you can almost break the market down locally into by price point or by bedroom size, bathroom size. So some areas of our market are much hotter than other areas. Right now, for example, in Hoboken, like the waterfront properties, anything over on like the northeast corner, Maxwell Place, Hudson T, 1450 Washington, regardless of size, is moving extremely fast. I haven't seen this much demand in several years for those locations. Whereas other areas, say of Hoboken, more of the western blocks, things might be taking a little bit longer to sell. Not everything, but so it's always good to speak to your agent about what the market is like for the specific property that you may be looking for. But this article goes through some pointers on what to look for in signs of a market shifting or a market becoming more neutral and moving towards a buyer's market. Lately, throughout the country, the last few years, we've been in strong sellers markets, and some areas of the country have been shifting more to a buyer's market as far as supply levels go. You hear these terms thrown around where generally speaking, a buyer's market is 6 months or more of supply at any given time. A seller's market is 6 months or less of supply. Again, it's market specific on how much inventory the market may be carrying. Generally speaking, in the Hudson County area, most of the towns are in strong seller markets. I'll link this article down below. If these videos come out every Monday, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me anytime at walter@livingonthehudson.com or at 347-448-3766. Feel free to comment, like, or subscribe down below. Thank you very much. Have a great day.